I've always been impressed by the way the lead the leads of the song Wonder sound. And I'm actually kind of suspecting that the guitarist Jennifer Turner is using a capo on the sixth fret of the guitar, which gives it a little bit. It just sounds so smoother for some reason than what could be done with just the fretting fingers. Which also kind of explains why the bends are a little bit flat if you hear it. I mean, it sounds great still, but it explains why it's flat, because when there's a capo there, the tendency is for the strings to be a bit more difficult to bend. But anyway, whether or not you use a capo or not, I'm going to show you how to play it. This is a very percussive solo, so your right hand has to be very accustomed to doing a certain beat while playing all these notes on the with your left hand or your fretting hand. So you're constantly making a rhythm sort of like this, like so there's just a constant, and on the with your fretting hand, you're anchoring your index finger on the sixth fret if you're not using the capo, as I was discussing earlier. So you're doing a blues shape, an A sharp or B flat minor pentatonic shape, which is a C sharp D flat major pentatonic shape. Anyway, you start off here in the 8th and 9th frets of the G and B strings, respectively. Okay, what was all that? So we start off here again. And then on the 6th fret, I'm just playing. And then... So I'm constantly doing these notes on the D and G strings, the 6th fret of the D and G strings, an A flat and a D flat. And then hitting this E flat note, and then the F, and then this G sharp note, and then this needs a little bit of dexterity on the part of the right hand, because you have to be very conscious of your particular stroke. It's very difficult to go from the high E string back to skip this B string and then to play the G string. So when you play the note, this 6th fret on the high E string, you should be doing an upstroke already. So downstroke on the B string, 6th fret, 9th fret, and then an upstroke on the high E string on the 6th fret, and then you go back down to the 6th fret of the G string, doing a downstroke, and then downstroke also for the B string, and then the 9th fret of the B string again, back, and then going back to the 6th fret of the B string. And then, well, this note, the F sharp, it's not really quite in the pentatonic box, but it's implied. It implies the underlying chord, which is an F sharp, or is it a G flat? And then there's a little slide, or even just a hammer on actually. And then you repeat the lick, sort of. There's a little variation towards the end here. So you go right away to do this instead of. So you do that ahead of schedule, and then. And then this one you just do a repeated hammering on the D string from 6th to 8th fret, and then you hit the 6th fret of the G string. So you bar this, and then the technique for this is to downstroke the D string and then upstroke the G string for optimal, efficient picking. You might have to build up your speed for that. I don't even remember how many times I did that. And that's the thing about this song. I don't, even my demonstration a while ago, I don't even know how many times exactly I did it. But you're supposed to do it 8 times. It's done 8 times on the record. And then before ending with. So that lead is actually done in the middle of the song as well, except there's a little variation where instead of doing the, when you're, after doing, instead of going back to these lower notes on the G string and below, there's a little bit of just it's Jennifer Turner doing a little bit of improvisation from then. But that's not what's covered here.